Good day, Moto fanatics. Welcome to the Grand Premio de Europa pre-event press conference. The 6 leaders in the MotoGP title race had their say ahead of the first of 3 championship deciding races, the Grand Premio de Europa. 3 races, 6 riders, 32 points. In the Grand Premio de Europa pre-event press conference, MotoGP World Championship leader Joan Mir of Team Suzuki X-Star was joined by his 5 main contenders: Fabio Quartararo, Maverick Viñales, Franco Morbidelli, Andrea Dovizioso, and Alex Rins. After a weekend off, the riders are rearing to go. But how are they feeling heading into the first of 2 races at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo? How much pressure are they feeling? Mir has a 14-point advantage and admits that there is now more pressure, but the Spaniard is solely focusing on himself and his feeling on the bike. The final countdown is on. Valencia plays host to yet more championship-defining races, and the weather could show a real spanner in the works. The tension is building, and the first of triple-header races kicks off on Friday morning with the MotoGP FP1. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.
Siamo andati a range, abbiamo fatto un po' di motivi.
Vabbè? Come fai?
Sì.
Ah no? Non vai, sei in casa?
Basta. St'inverno voglio cominciare con la sabbia.
Ciao, vai.
Ciao, Dio. Come stai?
Tutto bene?
La capa.
Non mi capire io.
Ecco cross? Ma no.
La prova sto sta
Ma l'hai mai fatta?
No.
Ah,
Sì. Il gas, tio.
Senza sabbia.
Dipende che sabbia.
complicat.
Dipende che sabbia.
Miramare prima
Mola tio,
adesso
spiaggia? Dreta, scheda.
È un disastro.
non ce la faccio.
Pomposa.
Complicat, tio.
Pomposa.
La statina vai,
non ti fai
che
male.
tocca
Sì,
salvar.
Quello sì. Quello sì, però...
La
A
puttana
lui
è
gli piace
che...
duro.
Ah, ma
sai?
non appena sta
no,
non so
è
se tu
che-
sei la tua, ma non stai da pilotaggio.
Se non l'hai mai fatto ci vuole
Tu cava la
tantissimo tempo
no,
per
no è
imparare.
show,
È
se
molto
non la
difficile.
sota.
Devi cambiare il
Clau la
setup della
raventava
moto,
tot.
devi dare molto
Llavors havia de
diverso.
buscar algun
Te mi vuoi del
allà,
male, eh? Non ci faccio la press conference.
Tio, està molt guapo seient, Vaig anar la setmana passada i, uah, brutal, tio.
Cioè, ci metti tanto a imparare, è difficile, è complicato. Poi se vai nella sabbia da mare, perché è molto fine, quindi sprofonda molto di più.
Una carrera?
Sì, sì.
Non aveva, no?
St'inverno
No,
voglio
ma da
andare.
noi piove sicuro.
Sí, tio. Van a ver.
Sì, sì.
Van a ver. No
Perché vas
veas
posar la sop davanti?
Ma me l'ha detto Ramat.
perquè em trobava
Vuoi
millor,
andare a
tio,
Converse?
amb
Que
la...
anava molt millor la vida. A mi me la van fer posar per la prova.
A mi amb
Però
la
non
metge,
è
tio, no em trobava
non
com,
è
no
lì
sabia on
che
estava
piste
l'India.
Ah, vale. Bueno, clar, tio, això és feeling, jo què sé.
I preferia
No,
rodar
ma
molt
mica,
ràpid.
quello è il problema.
Sí, tio. Miquel Ramon, aquest tio va rodar molt ràpid.
Ok.
Moto l'any passat.
Mezz'ora, basta. Poi se trovi il giorno che girano quelli forti...
Tenia grip, no, tombat.
In un'ora...
És que la moto l'any passat té molt grip tombat.
I tu i el Quartararo, clar, no, amb la nova.
Ah, sì, sì, io no. Intanto
Un pot,
sentiamoci.
tio, és un
Come
pot.
dormi?
És un pot.
Dorno, devi venire a Dorno, che è sotto Milano.
Que no pot, no.
Il problema è che col Covid si
Si
blocca.
vaig passar per fora amb la
Non
moto
so
de
se si può
carrera.
andare.
I més amb pluja i tot. No sé com pot ser.
Io quest'inverno farò molto
Andiamo aquí
motocross,
amb
quindi...
pluja.
Sí.
Sarà xungo.
Sí, jo ahir vaig
Perché te non fai
Ma mi hanno detto che... No, mi hanno detto... No, lui era forte, mi hanno detto. Non l'ho visto i video, ma mi hanno detto che era
la
forte.
patina.
Ja.
La pista
Sí, sí,
aquesta.
Jo
sí?
passo. Jo fins dissabte no apreto mai.
Si diumenge s'ha de posar amb sec
Em sé,
també.
no val la pena. Mira el qual. FP3, últims 10 minuts.
No,
No,
io sono carico.
è interessante, però è... Sabbia...
Ma tanto st'inverno, cioè, st'inverno se vai a Fermignano, dove vai? Io, cioè, le mie piste sono quelle, vorrei provare
Ti
un
devi
attimo.
spostare un po' di più. E dove vai? Beh, Crotosoliera non è male.
Qual è
Mai
la
stato.
pista?
Okay, gentlemen, if I could ask you please to all take your seats. You may remove your masks as well. Thank you very much.
Non è difficile. No, non è male. È molto più bello di Fermignano.
We're ready to go then here for the pre-event press conference with 3 races to go in MotoGP 2020. The The final triple header is ahead of us here at the Grand Prix of Europe at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Valencia. We've got the top 6 riders in the World Championship on stage with us, leading, of course, by 14 points overall, Team Suzuki X-Star rider Joan Mir. We also have second overall, Petronas Yamaha SRT rider Fabio Quartararo. Third in the World Championship, Maverick Vinales joins us, riding for the Monster Energy Yamaha team. And on the back row, we have 4th, 5th and 6th, up to 4th overall after his victory at the Grand Prix of Teruel. Petronas Yamaha SRT rider Franco Morbidelli. A Ducati rider Andrea Dovizioso is with us, sitting in 5th place overall with 3 to go. And last but not least, the in-form Alex Rins, Team Suzuki X-Star rider, whose recent 1st and 2nd place finishes in Aragon sees him sitting in 6th overall, just 32 points down. Gentlemen, welcome to the final triple header. A very exciting time, certainly for all of us. And Joan, I'm going to start with you as the World Championship leader. And welcome to Valencia. Just 3 races to go, as we've mentioned, 14 points up. Really exciting for a lot of the neutral fans and all of us watching. But how is it for you coming into these final 3 races? Are you nervous? Are you excited? How are you feeling ahead of the Grand Prix of Europe?
Yeah, for sure. Feeling a little bit more the pressure because the championship is getting over. So every one of us, we feel that this is going to finish soon. So just enjoying the moment. We will see in the positions that we will finish on Sunday. No, I'm confident. I think that I can do a good job, just giving my 100%, and at the end we will see where we are.
Joan, thank you very much. I'm going to move over to Fabio Quartararo next. Fabio, the last triple header, I think it's fair to say, wasn't exactly one that you'll look back on fondly, one to forget perhaps. In the week that you've had off since, was it a chance for you to hit the reset button ahead of Valencia? What are your thoughts coming into 2 races here?
Yes, well, it was tough to make a reset because, you know, when you have 2 races in the same track and at the end, in the second races, you go backwards and don't make any improvement. And you saw your teammate that he's doing, for me, one of the best race of the season. Honestly, it's tough to understand when we was there, but I pressed the reset button. Everything is good. We arrived in a track that I really like. Last year was a super good race for us. So yeah, I'm fully motivated, and I think is the correct mood arriving here in the last triple header.
Thank you, Fabio. And now we'll move over to 3rd in the championship as well. We'll go through the top 6. Maverick, much like Fabio, not the best and the perfect triple header last time out in France and Aragon, although Aragon 1 wasn't too bad, just off the podium. How do you feel coming into this one? Of course, fond memories for you here in Valencia. This is where you clinched your Moto3 World Championship. You must be quite excited to get going here in Valencia.
For me and for us, the last 3 races has been not bad, honestly. We take some points on the championship, which is good. And also, we make many mistakes. So we understand many things during the last 3 races. Now we have ahead 3 races where we can enjoy a lot. It's a track I love. Also, Portimao is a track I really like. So we have 3 weekends that we can do really good. The potential on the bike is there. Franco did an amazing race in Alcañiz. So this gives us a lot of energy and a lot of positiveness to come here in Valencia and to try to put a good performance. For sure, we win this year and we know how to do it, so we need to put everything in a row and trying to, to hit a good lap time. For us, it's very important to improve the consistency because in Aragon, the first 4 laps were really good, but after that, it was a nightmare. I could not even push on the bike and it was very difficult. So we need to understand that. We need to work. And for sure, I hope the team have something to work and to give us an extra feeling to be competitive here in Valencia.
Maverick, thank you very much. Before I get to Andrea, I want to try and ask a question now to Franco and Alex Rins, because you two seem to be the confident men coming into this weekend, the in-form men as well. Franco, a stunning victory for you at the Grand Prix of Teruel, and Alex, a first place in Aragon 1 and a second. How are you both feeling in terms of your mentality going into this? Because you've both launched yourself now into championship contention when perhaps a few rounds ago not anyone would have imagined that was possible. So do you feel quite relaxed about the situation and obviously full of confidence coming in here to Valencia? Franco, if I start with you.
Yeah, I feel great. I have great feeling with the bike, especially last race. I enjoyed a lot riding the bike. I felt great. Maybe me and Alex, we joined a little late the party, but we are trying to catch up anyway. And I speak for me, I will try to give the maximum these last 3 races in order to get the championship, because we are here now fighting for that. And we need to aim at that, and then to have no regrets at the end of the year. In whichever way it will go, it will be a positive championship for me, a nice story, a nice championship anyway. But at this point, 3 races from the end, 25 points behind, and having the momentum that we have, we need to aim to something big.
Okay, thank you very much. And Alex, for you, 3 podiums in the last 4 races now. It looks like you're in the form of your life. You must be quite excited to be in this championship hunt. Only 32 points down. There's still work to do. But how is your mindset ahead of the 2 races here in Valencia?
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy, no, to have the chance to fight still for the championship in these last 3 races. You know, this season I was like a bit irregular with the final position on the races for the shoulder injury, also for small mistakes I did during some races. So I'm happy, no, to still have the chance to fight for the championship. I mean, our target needs to be try to fight for the podium positions as we did in Aragon. I'm at 32 points, so I think we don't have the pressure, no? So we will try to ride like free, no?
Thank you very much, Alex. And Andrea, ordinarily speaking, 3 races to go, 28 points down is not a bad position to be in, but you have been saying quite a lot recently that you're still missing that crucial word, which is speed. That's obviously still a problem after Aragon. Coming into the last 3, do you almost consider yourself as an underdog sitting here in the World Championship? And I have to ask, given what the weather's like at the moment outside and your victory here in 2018, would you mind if it rained here over the next couple of weeks for the 2 races in Valencia?
Yes, for sure. If it will be wet, we have to use that chance in an intelligent way. But like you say, we have to be faster on the dry, to thinking about and try to fight with them, because looks like they are in a really good situation and they have a good confidence, what we don't have in this moment. So it's difficult. But you know, every race have a different story. This is a different track, so we will see. We will try at the maximum. Remaining 3 races, we will do everything. It will be tough, but we will try.
In previous years, Andrea, we'd go to circuits and we would say, this is a Ducati circuit, maybe this isn't a Ducati circuit. It doesn't really seem to be playing that way this year. In Jerez, the circuit you've struggled at before, you got a podium, and perhaps at other circuits like Brno and Aragon, where you would naturally expect the Ducati to go well at, you've struggled. So does that mean that almost it is a blank canvas and you can actually have a little bit of optimism coming into Valencia if it is dry?
Yes, a bit, but not really, because at the end is in the way I ride really doesn't work with this tire, and we couldn't found something really good, because if you see also the season of the Ducati riders, there was more up and down than the competitors, and this created a really difficult situation. It was very difficult during the season to work, understand, and continue to improve. It was every race a lot of up and down, and more down than up. So this is the reality. But this is a different track. So we will start on the wet tomorrow for sure. And so the weekend will be different than the previous races. So we will see. We have to stay calm and continue to work and try to find something.
Andrea, thank you very much. We're going to move back to the top 2 men in the World Championship now, Joan Mir and Fabio Quartararo. Guys, you've been the leading runners now for quite a few rounds. But it's not just you two in the championship. There's the gentlemen that are around you on stage and a few others that, mathematically speaking, could still win the World Championship. In a way, does that help you take away the pressure, because you're not just focusing on one rider perhaps for the World Championship, and you can go about your weekend in a normal way? Joan, if I start with you.
Honestly, I don't care about the others. No, I just care about my feeling. That is something that I have enough to get that great feeling on the bike. Just giving my 100% all the weekends, and at the end we are in these positions that actually with 3 races to go is not a bad position, but it's important to continue like that. For sure, we can see that there are a lot of riders, championship contenders, more than normal. But it is what it is. I don't care about the others. I just care about to get the feeling.
And Fabio?
Well, most of the season I've been in front of the championship, and I was feeling no pressure. But now that I'm second behind, I feel that I had a little bit of pressure, and actually right now I feel much better. The confidence is here, and yeah, of course we have a lot of contenders, and at the end we see that this year with the amount of races that we have not so many points compared to past years, so can happen everything. 75 points in the game, so yeah, I think all of the riders that are here can win the championship easily. So we need to stay focused, don't lose it, and try to take it race by race. I think is the only way to think about fight for the championship.
Thank you very much, Fabio. And for Maverick, is it the same rule that generally applies to you? Do you change your strategy at all coming into this weekend? 18 points down. Is this particular weekend, let's say, one of the more important ones of the season? Is it really imperative to claw points back on Joan and Fabio here this weekend?
Well, I think our strategy is very clear. Finish in front of that 2 guys will be the main strategy, to try to close the gap on the championship. For sure it will be not easy, but we want to work very hard, and we want to try to put the maximum level to try to finish in front of them.
Maverick, thank you very much. Franco, we'll come to you now. It seems, obviously, we've been talking about pressures of the World Championship. Perhaps in your position, there's not very much pressure at all, because you've come into this late, as you say. You joined the party late. You look like there's hunger in your belly as well. You seem pretty relaxed as ever. Can you take, or can you draw on perhaps your previous championship winning experiences in Moto2 in this position, or is it not relevant?
Well, I think yes. I think that being in a fight for a championship is a particular feeling, is a strange feeling, is a strong one, and it's a feeling that I had in 2017, and it's a feeling that also most of these riders had in the past. So. Having that fizzy feeling again is for sure nice and bad at the same time. But I'm sure that I'm the guy, or I'm one of the guys that is feeling that kind of bad feeling less, because I'm behind. I'm 25 points behind. I need to catch up. I need to do everything perfectly to get that. So basically I have nothing to lose. So I'm a little bit, and I think that the guys that are behind are a little bit on an advantage position on this way, but on a disadvantage position under the point of view of the points. You know, we are behind, so we are just behind. So we need to do everything perfect. But maybe we have less pressure, so we can force a little bit more compared to the front guys.
Thank you very much, Franco. And lastly, Alex, we can't help but look back to what happened at Jerez at the start of this season, of course, missing the opening round, and that heroic ride, your comeback ride to 10th. Those 6 points are looking like they were pretty precious points in this particular scenario now. Have you had time to reflect back on that, and can you believe that you're in this position now? And would you have believed it in Jerez, that we'd be here in Valencia with you still in the title hunt?
Yeah, this one we never know. No, for sure if I don't had that bad lucky crash in the qualifying, this we don't know. No, but for sure, I'm quite happy to be here in the trying to fight for the top positions, and also happy to see the Suzuki on the top, because means that we did a good job on the past and during these years. So it's perfect. No, also we are on the top position on the teams championship. So Suzuki is quite happy for this. No, so means that we are doing a good job.
Alex, thank you, gentlemen, thank you, and the best of luck to all 6 of you going into the last 3 races. So that's all from me for now. Let's just cross over now to find out if we've got some questions from members of the media.
Nice. No questions? We don't hear you, mate.
Sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. As I was saying, you said a moment ago that the Yamaha went well at Valencia last year, which is the bike that Euro, which is Franco is riding now. So to Fabio and Maverick, are you more worried about Franco than anyone else right now, given the form he's in, given the bike he's on works really well around here, and given that he's almost got nothing to lose? Do you see him as being perhaps the most dangerous one in this championship fight?
Well, honestly, in the last race he was really strong, but I don't think he's the main guy. The main guy is the one who is in front. That for myself, I am 14 points behind, and he is the guy to catch. But if I'm not wrong, last year Maverick go really fast with the new bike in the test. We try also with the new tires, new rear tire was working well. So I'm confident. I'm confident with the bike. We make a good pace with really old tire that with the old tire we couldn't really manage. So yeah, I'm happy because the consistency of the new tire in this track for us is working well. So I'm not so worried.
Well, I think Franco is doing an incredible progress during this season. So for sure he will be very tough to beat. When you're right behind him, you understand he have really good qualities on the bike, and also the way he creates traction is really good. So it's something we can learn from that. But anyway, I think we also have a very strong points, especially when we have all the pack together. We are difficult to beat, and this is a good sign. But anyway, everyone is facing his adversity, so we're gonna try to work very hard to to decrease the weak point and to try to improve the strong ones.
Thanks, guys.
Hello guys, this is Frank Weying from Eurosport Holland. I have a completely different question, and I hope all 6 of you could answer this. It's about something that everybody talked about last year as well, at the last couple of races. Two days race weekends, like we had last weekend in Imola for the Formula One. They had a free practice and a qualifying practice, and then the race on Sunday. Now, I know that it was discussed last year as well. How would you feel about that for the future? Because it seems like the calendar is expanding and getting longer and longer every year. Could you tell us a little bit your feelings about a possibility of 2-day race weekends?
About 2 days, what
Solo
happens?
dos carreras cada fin de.
Vale. Well, actually, I don't. For me, it's not a big problem. More time to spend at home, honestly. But yeah, nothing to do. Will be a decision of what the organization will say is what I will do.
I think it's good and bad because I prefer to be on the bike than actually running on the treadmill. So I prefer to be on the bike, but it's true that 2 races, like Saturday and Sunday, like Formula One did in Imola, I think is quite great because I think we have, for our bike, we have a good base, and normally we never really change a lot. So I think will be great, and also quite funny to have a big change in the schedule.
Sorry, what you asked to us, to have 3 days for the race, or
No, sorry.
2 races?
Maybe, sorry. No, on Saturday, free practice and qualifying. So no Friday, just a Saturday, free practice and qualifying, and a race on Sunday. That's what I wanted to know, how you guys feel about that. Sorry if I
no problem,
didn't explain this correctly.
No problem. I think for sure it's not in our hand. This is a decision from the organization. But I think it's difficult to have time to set the bike, to understand how the track is going in just 2 days, in just few practice. But also make it much more interesting, because if, I don't know, maybe you don't have a good weekend, you don't do a good race, maybe the other one, I don't know. But for sure I like it is. I like to ride on Friday, calm, then Saturday and then Sunday. But if it's 2 days, for me it's okay. I mean, it will be the decision from the organization.
Yes, personally I don't like. I think we all been racing all our lives with this program, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I like it. And I think also that with Formula One is more possible because they are on four wheels, while I think we need some more time to set up the bikes, and also to get used to the track and to everything. So I think our riding gets better and better throughout the weekend, and on Saturday is not at its best. Is good because we make records in qualifying, but I think it's not at its best, and I think it could be more dangerous to have just 2 days, just 1 day and then the race.
Well, for me it can be good, and I always push for that when we spoke about that in the safety commission. But it looks like will not be like that.
Well, for sure, in my case, looking at the papers, that Friday I'm always on the back will be nice. Will be nice to do only 2 days.
Okay, thank you guys.
Hi guys, Thomas Beaujean from Motojournal in France. Question to Johan and to Fabio. If you end up fighting with each other on the track this weekend, what is your best weapon in order to beat your opponents, do you think?
Good question. Here in Valencia, I don't know, honestly. But, well, normally Fabio has a really good first laps of the race. Normally the pace is quite good. Maybe I can have something at the end. I don't know. It's difficult to say. Depends on track. Depends on everything. Is a difficult question. But well, for sure not in qualifying. This is true.
Well, first of all, I hope for dry condition. That's actually the experience we have in the wet was not that good, but I think in our side we need to bet in the qualifying, start on the front row. But yeah, looks like at the end of the race they have something more. For me, Barcelona was really stressful on the last laps because I was riding 3 seconds slower than my fastest lap on the race, but I was much more on the limit than the first lap. So looks like here the consistency of the tires compared to last year's tire is better, and we hope that at the end of the race they are not so much faster than us.
Hi guys, Simon Patterson from the race. A question for the 3 Yamaha riders. Both the race and Gazzetta dello Sport have reported this evening that there's an investigation underway into the engines that you guys used at the opening round in Jerez. Just wanted to know if there's anything you can say on it, and whether it's something that's worrying you, given that it was a good round for all 3 of you.
Well,
That's a question for Yamaha and nothing from my side. I'm on a really tight line. I'm running out of engine right now. So in Aragon, I did just few laps in the practices, so I could not make many laps, so I could not set up the bike in the second race, which the tarmac and the track feeling was very different, and we pay it. We make a bad race. But anyway, we want to try to do it again in Valencia with less laps, trying to set up the bike very fast. So I will spend a lot of time in the garage for sure, like in Aragon.
I know nothing about engine situation. I know nothing.
Okay, ahora. Okay, now, thank you very much, Rene. Hi, it's Diego Lacabe from Onda Madrid, Pole Position Radio in Spain. It's a question for Andrea Dovizioso. Sorry, first of all, sorry if I miss something, but I think there's nothing official about your future. The rumors about your future, like a new career like Dani Pedrosa, probably in Yamaha. Can you tell us something about this?
Well, still I didn't take any decision, so still is not the moment to speak about that, but I think very soon I will know and I will tell you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, Jack Appleyard, MotoGP.com. A question for the three Yamaha riders. We don't know officially yet, but you could well be joined by Garrett Gerloff this weekend. Just wanting to know whether you've had the chance to speak with him at all yet, and if not yet, what advice you'd give to him this weekend, obviously riding a MotoGP bike for the first time and possibly in the wet as well.
Some training with Garrett, and I just...
Sorry, Fabio, your microphone isn't working. Just 1 second.
Okay. I never been with Garrett face to face, but he's doing really good in Superbike. I think he will enjoy a lot the MotoGP, but he chose the worst weekend because it's gonna be wet, cold. It's a difficult weekend to enjoy, very difficult weekend to enjoy. But he will see that the MotoGP is a totally different bike from the Superbike, especially the braking and the chassis. So I will have him just in sight of the garage. So if he have any question, he can speak to me.
I like him. I saw his ramp in Superbikes. He went better and better until getting a podium in Barcelona. It was just nice to see him riding so well. So I think he deserves a chance, even if it's for a bad cause, because Vale is still ill or is still positive. But anyway, he's a good rider, and yeah, he needs to take it easy because the condition is not the perfect one. So he needs to take it easy and just enjoy the experience.
Well, like I said before, I've been training a few times with Garrett, and I just saw him before, had a little chat with him, and yeah, just he will not be riding in the best condition tomorrow for the first time. He have not been riding here in Valencia. So yeah, for sure will be not an easy Friday for him, but you know, for sure he's so exciting about going for the first time on MotoGP bike.
Hello, good afternoon. Bernard Matias from Motorcycle Sports. I have a question for the top three guys of the championship. So it looks like that this weekend you will have rain conditions. Will you take less risks in the free practice because of the raining? I mean, in this time of the championship, injury could cost you the rest of the season. Thank you.
No. For my part, I will not go carefully. I just go out there to do to give my 100%. To see a new lesson in wet conditions is always welcome, because I don't have a lot of experience, so I need to take it. And no, just always will be a mistake, I think. Just always pushing at 100%.
Well, from my side, we have many things to test on the wet, because we have some issues with the bike. We struggle too much to warm up the rear tire, so of course I will push, but I will not be on the limit from the beginning. So I think we needed to take step by step, but I will not say really carefully. I just want to push, not over the limit, and I think that's something good in the middle, you know, between no risk and 100%.
For sure, we will not take because make no meaning. Unnecessary risk makes no meaning on Friday. For sure, in FP3 you have to push because you have to be in the Q2. But Saturday can be in another day. So tomorrow we're gonna try to get the feeling, try to get good feedback, to work on the electronics, because here in Valencia usually is very slippery. So you need to work very hard on the electronic and, you know, to have a nice feeling, not to push too much, because it is very easy to make a mistake and then we have 3 races in a row.
Hi, Carlos Pérez from DAZN. A question for you, six. You are the 6 contenders, 3 races to go. And I heard a lot, I don't have anything to lose and I feel less pressure now. Does someone in this room feel the pressure or feel that has something to lose or not?
We need to answer or just stand up the hands?
Raise a hand.
Everyone have pressure.
Everyone. I mean, I think that if someone says that don't have pressure, lies. There's always pressure, but it's not a bad thing. Looks like a pressure is something that you have, like a virus. No, it's something normally that is not bad. Some people like, some people not. For sure, a good pressure to try to fight for a championship is always a good pressure, and it's always welcome. The important thing is to know how to manage this pressure. No, it's dangerous, but well, for me, it's normal. No.
I think when someone says like kind of no pressure, it's like you feel less than usual. I mean, if you have no pressure, no stress, you are not racing. So at the end, sometimes you feel less, sometimes you feel more. But like I said, when you are on the grid, you always have like kind of stomach pain to do a good race or even before. So I think is a good one. But I think more close we arrive to the end of the season fighting for a great result, more you have. But I think if we have it, is a good one.
I think when you have pressure means that you are doing something good, because if you don't have pressure means you are on the back. So you need to take it on the best way. For sure, the best thing is to have the correct pressure, and no pressure or too much pressure is very bad, but you have the correct one, I think, push you to go faster every lap.
I answer? Yeah, I think if you want to look at it the mathematical way, the guy that has the most to lose is the first one, then the second one a little bit less, then the third one a little bit less, and so on. So if you want to look at it at this way, and look at the way that somebody has something to lose, for sure the first one has more to lose than the sixth one. And Yeah, for sure we all have pressure, but again, I think that it goes on a downwards scale, looking at the first to the sixth.
Yes, I agree. I mean, if you don't have a big pressure, it means you are not in front to really fight for something important. So, in one way, it's better to have. It's not that easy sometimes to manage, because sometimes, or most of the time, for the riders is a limit, that kind of pressure. But everybody have, and everybody on our level. It's not the first time you are in this situation, so it's a part of our sport and to be in this level.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with what Franco says. In the end, for sure, the front guys, I think, they have more pressure than us, not like me or like him. But yeah, for sure, it's nice and it's good to have pressure. You need to manage.
Hi, this is Vinayak Pandey from Zig Wheels in India. I hope you guys can hear me. This is a question for Fabio and Juan, two top guys in the championship. I wanted to ask you two guys specifically because, at least to me, your results have been the most confusing, because Fabio was really, really strong in the beginning of the championship, but then a lot of struggle. And Juan, sometimes looking at your qualifying, it doesn't seem like you'll have a strong race, but then you're really good in the race. So I just wanted to ask, can you guys figure out, looking at the data after races, why you guys perform the way you do? Or is it because the races are one after the other that you guys can't always figure out, why your results are bad on some days, good on some days? Like, have you been able to fully understand why you guys are performing the way you do?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I think the circumstances, no, the package that we have probably help to do one thing better to the rider or another thing. In my case, it's not new that the qualifying is really a little bit difficult for me. But then the race, it gets better. There's not, on the data we can see that on the qualifying we are not that fast, and it's not that, no? It's more that we are working on that to try to improve our weak points, to try to also don't lose our strong points, and that's it. But it's not a matter to understand. I think it's more the circumstances that at the moment are like this. We are working on it.
I think that everyone have a bike good in one part and maybe less in the other one. So we can see that the strong point of the Yamaha is really pushing the bike to the limit in one lap. We can feel the grip a lot, but then when became the race, it's so difficult first if you start from the back. We can see that Joan, Alex with their bike, they make incredible first laps. And also the end of the races, they are unbelievably fast. And this is something that we are struggling. And yeah, sometimes we struggle a lot to find the pace during the weekend, and it's difficult to understand. As soon as we put a new tire for one lap, we are 1 second, 1.5 second, 1 second, half second faster. So yeah, I think was in general a difficult year, and was not easy, but I would say, like, depend on your package. You are good in qualifying, race. Let's say you are stronger, not good, but stronger or not. And I think that's make the difference.
Hi, Maria from Il Giornale and Cycle World. One question for the three Yamaha riders. So starting with Fabio, Maverick, and Franco. There is an investigation about your engines for the Jerez race.
You already answered.
No, only this one.
Just ask to Yamaha. That's the
I
answer.
wanted to ask you. Yes, sorry. I wanted to ask you what is your feeling? What would it mean?
Just ask to Yamaha, and they will tell you the feeling.
Hello, Nadia Tronconi from El País. Question for Fabio, Maverick, and Franco, and it's not the same, I promise. I would like to know how have you managed this last week at home, minimizing risk from COVID? Did you feel anxious, and what are you planning for next week? Are you staying at Valencia or are you coming back home?
Well, for my side, I've been at home. I've been to France, but I directly come back to Andorra, and I think just that home. I have the possibility to train at home, so that's good. And after this Grand Prix, I will go home driving, because at the end I think is the more safe. Sunday night you arrive there and you just start on Thursday, and you know that everything is safe and clean. So that will be my plan for the next week. And it's really not easy. So we need to hold at least until Portimao.
Finally, looks like start to be a little bit of lottery, because you never know where you can catch the virus. This is a problem. But I try to do the same I do always. I stay at home. I train at home. The only time I go out is to go to the supermarket and the basic things. But I try to unless the risk. Also the people I see, always trying that before I see they have a PCR. So I don't know, it's very difficult. We try to do the maximum, but finally you cannot control. If you get it, the most important is to notify as first you can and to see the less people you can see. So we will try to be like the rest of the championship, and at least to have the chance to arrive to Portimao.
Yeah, it were 10 days exactly like lockdown. Just going to the gym, and fortunately our gym is a closed environment and nobody is going in apart from the riders. So gym, home, gym, and actually I felt old. I felt like I started to make small jobs in the house that I never made in my life, like carrying the turtle tank, feeding the cat, trying to adjust stuff in the house, just because I don't have anything interesting to do. So yeah, lots of free time that you need to spend home, but it's something we need to do in order to pass this bad situation as soon as possible.
Hi, Alejandro Lucena from Pit Walker in Spain. Question for Maverick Viñales. This weekend the weather will be crazy because we'll have sun on race, but the temperature will be the same. So how affect this factor into the organization of the work that you need to do associative to the student level, but you fighting a championship? Thank you so much.
Well, actually, on wet, every session is very different. It's never the same feeling, so it's very difficult to work. The most important is to have a good feeling with the bike. Doesn't matter at the end the lap time, because from one practice to another you can improve a lot, or you can go back a lot. So on wet is important the feeling, not to work or to work too much, just to get a good feeling. And then the complicated thing for me going to be if everything wet, and then we have dry warm-up and dry race. This is going to be very interesting. So in that kind of crazy weekend, the championship can turn around a lot. So we want to try to take profit and to see if we can do a good job.
Hi, good evening. Tami from Sport 5 Israel. Questions for Dovi. We saw in the social media that you've been back on your bike, I think motocross. this week? Have you went back? Did you go back to doing some motocross this week? And I wanted to know if it's the first time since the injury. And also, when you're planning now your future, is racing between testing is part of the contract that you want to find? Are you planning to go back to racing motocross?
But the future still I don't know, because I have a few ideas and I'm working on that. I have to take a decision and I will see. Still everything can happen. And about motocross, yes, I tried twice this week and it wasn't the first time. I can't stay out of motocross.
And I wanted to know, did you follow the Romaniacs maybe, and something like enduro, something that also sparks something in you that you want to try?
The what, sorry?
Romaniacs, the enduro.
No. That is too much. I mean, I like to watch and see that, but that is too hard for me. And I'm not that tall to ride a bike like that.
Okay, thank you very much to members of the media. Before we let you go, gentlemen, it's time for MotoGP Social. As you can see, you've got whiteboards next to you with a pen. If you could pick those up, please. This week, it's called Guess the Rider. Quite simple, this one. You're going to see on screen some images and pictures of some moments during the 2020 season. You've got them on your board. As you can see, a few riders are hidden as red silhouettes. Your task is quite simple. We just need you to write down who you think the riders are behind the red silhouettes. As you can see on screen, for those of you watching back home, the first picture here is Franco Morbidelli there, just a polite pat on the backside to someone. Maverick Vinales hitching a ride. We want the two riders in that photo. And then the simultaneous fist pumps as well. Fabio, you look like you're done, so
yes.
I'm going to go for you first. So if you could just tell me, firstly, who were the two riders either side of Maverick?
Was Jack and Iker?
I'll wait there a second because there's other people taking notes here. He might be right, he might not be right. No. Dovi, you can guess. This is my fault completely for not letting everyone put their pens down first. Okay, if you're done, put your pens down. Dovi, you can just have a guess. A wild stab in the dark.
I don't remember.
Any name. Any name will do.
Kevin Trans.
They are all current, obviously, MotoGP riders, as you can see. It's all from this season.
Last chance.
Done. Ayuda pequeña, eh?
Okay, so, Fabio, what have you done? First, you say Jack and Iker. Okay, and then who is the rider Franco Morbidelli is patting on the backside?
Myself.
Okay, and the two on the bottom?
Both Alex.
Alex Rins and Alex Marquez. Exactly. Absolutely correct for all of them. Well done. Joan?
No, I made a mistake in the one of Maverick. I put myself.
So hang on a second. You don't even remember if it was you pushing Maverick?
I didn't see that it was pushing, so well. And then...
That was really close then.
And I said Fabio, the one of Frankie. And then the easiest one, Rins and Talet.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Joan. Maverick, what did you say about the riders that were either side of you?
I put Rins, Marquez, Fabio, Jack and Iker.
Okay, correct.
Even
all
the
five.
side, I put even the side, the number.
Well done. Thank you very much, Maverick. Okay, we'll move to the back row. Franco, we'll go with you first.
So, yeah, I got the first one, the last one, no, and the second one, I wrote the one I wish it was.
What does it say? Megan Fox.
Yeah, but I said the one I wish it was.
The one you wish
Fabio.
it was. You wish it was Megan. Unfortunately, it was your teammate Fabio. Okay.
Ponle peluca, ponle peluca.
I enjoyed also with Fabio as well. I enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
With pleasure. I did it with pleasure.
Okay, we'll stop there. Thank you very much, Franco. We'll move over to Andrea then. Who did you go for, Andrea? So, firstly, who is either side of Maverick?
Here, I did a mistake. Jack and Darko.
Okay, you got one of those. That's fine. Top two
Fabio,
you must have.
Fabio.
Yep, correct.
And Alex, Marquez and Rins.
Perfect. Well done, Dovi. And finally, Alex.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, one of them you have to get right. The top one, obviously.
Yeah. I put Rins and Marquez. Second one, Quartararo, because I saw the head from his assistant, from Tom. And then the last one, I was 100% sure. But then the other image, I was thinking this winglet can be a Suzuki one, but I don't remember. So Lecuona.
Yeah. Okay, well, you got it right. So that was very good indeed. Well done. You don't win a single prize, guys. But as ever, if you could sign your boards, please. These will be auctioned to raise money for Two Wheels for Life. Thank you very much indeed.
Was too easy, eh?
Yeah.
It was easy this week, but hey, you know, we thought we'd give you all a chance. We thought we'd give you a chance. Gentlemen, as ever, thank you very much. The best of luck to you this weekend in Valencia. If I could ask you please to stand for the photo once you've signed your boards, that would be great. Thank you. You're done. Thank you.